Greetings, beloveds. Greetings. I am going about my day. I trust and believe you're doing the same. I trust and believe you're doing the same. So I said I would come back to do intuitive read. Again, this is all based on your intuition, that which services your highest good, and the divine force, source that works in you, through you, around you, to you, for you, and by you. Okay, so y'all know I'm gonna grab my bell. Grab my bell. Hello, opening up the portal ways as far as the east is from the north, and the south is from the west. Okay, I'm getting my sage too. Y'all know I gotta do my sage. Okay. Dragon's blood sage. We gotta do our sage. I've been doing some already. I was doing it earlier, but I also have to do it for this portalway we call the internet. Okay. Definitely gotta do it for this portalway. So Dragon's blood, deep spiritual people who are in the community and work with Dragon's blood, enter and understand. It's definitely a deeper, more stronger smell, not just a smell, but frequency and energy that we put behind it. How are you? Please let me know how you're doing in the chat, where you're coming in from. I'd appreciate it. So I definitely got my cards out. All right, I got a couple decks out, and we're just going to flow through it. But what I did here is relationships, okay? In regards to relationship, first with the self, okay? That is the biggest thing. We got to have a good relationship with ourselves. So, of course, that's going through all the aspects of what you guys have heard me say many times before, doing your shadow work, owning your own bull shit, you know what I mean? Owning your own. We are going to touch on several different areas. And as I said, we're just going to allow the flow. But I did hear relationships. Oh, my goodness. Did I not hear relationships? One of the biggest things is regarding that particular side of the self. Okay, well, you go ahead and flip out. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We got patience. All right. So we're dealing with relationships now. Remember, first relationship with the self, and then other people. And then we got transition. Most definitely a Six of Swords. Okay. I know most of us are dealing with that right now. And this is just a traditional deck of tarot. Okay. But I'm going to go across the board. So with that being said, think about yourself. You know, I always say the breath work, even if you're watching some of the fitness classes, let's take time to tap into your breath work. All right, so inhale deep, right from the core. Inhale deep, hold it in your chest. Then exhale, release slowly. All right, inhale deep, so inhale, hold at the chest. Exhale, release slowly. You also can use your prana, so that go ahead and extend your fingers just like this. So you're going to inhale, and you can do a 4 by 4 by 4, which is you inhale 4 for a count of 4. You hold for 4. You cross over and you release for 4. Okay, so that's inhaling deeply. Inhale, inhale. Cross over, hold for 4. Exhale, release for 4. Okay, so you can use your prana, you can use your fire breaths, any form of breath work that is going to allow you to focus on yourself. So we are doing relationships. We're speaking about relationships, divine source. How are we moving in those relationships? First and foremost, the relationship with self, divine self. Okay, I'm going to go across the board. And when I say across the board, I'm going to use the tarots as I'm directed, as Spirit has led. The other thing is make sure that you go ahead and grab a crystal. Okay, whichever crystal vibrates with you, do use it. Greetings, beloved. Greetings, I so appreciate you. I can barely read that. What does that say? Oh, the one is at 6382. Greetings, beloveds. Greeting. All right, so you can grab that particular crystal that vibrates with you high, whether it's a citrine, I can't even get it out now. Clear quartz. Okay, so it can be pink. Okay, you can have amethyst. You can do, where's my amethyst, honey? A citrine, of course. Selenite. All right, so each one of these crystals, you got to think about the crystals that vibrate with you. Maybe you don't have a big collection of them. You can just devise for yourself. Allow the crystals to speak to you. So these are the type of things that you want to energetically do for you. Okay, we're just talking about those that are tapping in. Some of us are already tapped in, but others of us are still learning to tap in. So you grab that crystal as well. All right, I have a whole bunch of crystals. Now, the depth of that is, let's talk about energizing. What are you doing with your crystals? Okay, there's different things that you can do with them. You want to make sure, though, you are charging them, and when charging them, make sure you put them outside in the grass, in the sun. You want to make sure that you're cleaning them. I oftentimes wear them on my body or sunbathe. Greetings, beloveds, greetings. Sunbathe with my crystals, with them attached to my body, down my spine. Most of us, if you don't know, you'll know now. Most of us are our life force spirals out of the back of our body. So I'll lay on a massage table and put those crystals down my back. Okay? Okay, baby, I see you. Now I see. I was trying to figure out, is that him? Hey, the one. How are you? Apostle, prophet, teacher, the whole nine. So the spiraling, the life force spirals out the back. So I put the crystals along my backside, okay? And sunbathe, definitely sunbathe. As I was mentioning before, I'm gonna go across the board. So the normal tarot, okay, pulled out 2 cards already, all about patience and transition. Now, the title is, or the topic is, the relationships, okay? Relationships with self. So that was first, that was self, okay? So you got to look at yourself, deal, of course, own your own bullshit, the whole nine. These are all tools, as you've heard me say many times before, whether it's sage, crystals, a bell, tarot decks, books, the whole nine. These are tools, sacred tools, and they become sacred the more you utilize them for yourself, the more you operate with them, okay? They become very, let's just say, charged, okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to tap into the Oracle deck. Now, the Oracle deck is all about that higher self. Most people would call it Source. Some people call it Jesus, the Buddha, whichever practice you're operating in. I say, as long as you are not harming anybody, okay? Because that's when you're going to get caught in that karmic justice, okay? You're going to get caught in that karmic justice. So if you find that a religion is keeping you suppressed, a spirituality is keeping you suppressed, okay? Which 9 times out of 10, most spirituality will teach you how to be you, okay? Any religion practice that you might be a part of, you want to make sure that that is allowing you liberation, that you would continue to be your divine self, okay? So, let's go. Ooh, okay, we'll flick on out. Okay. So, cunning. Really? Okay. Okay, we're talking about relationships. Overall energy. Okay, that's from the Oracle deck, my lovely mystic deck. Y'all know that's me, okay? So, cunning. Okay, what's happening with the cunning, though? So, I'm going to move over right to that particular person. Now, it's all going to tie together. Y'all know how I work. Greetings, beloved. How are you? Yes, most definitely have to step into that restoration. Okay, in the relationship. Look, and I'm literally about to go to the relationship deck. Okay, far as the soulmate or the significant other, because relationships go across the board. First was thyself, the overall energy was next, and now we're going to deal with the aspect of that particular person that you. So set your intentions. Most of you already know who you have in mind. Okay, so now it's the relationship with that other person, whether it be male or female. Hello, it could literally be mom, dad, cousin. Hello. Um, and what it is that they are, what their intentions are, who they are. How does that speak to you? Now, as most of us know, and you'll always hear me say that because not everybody is on the same level. So some people will know certain things and others won't. And as long as you're open and receptive to continue learning, to continue moving through, uh, devising, owning, uh, having stewardship of your own totality, then you're operating in the highest state of who you need to be for your life's journey, purpose, and path. Okay, so again, now I'm on the particular person. So take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths. Okay, think about that person. Mindful of your breath. We'll just allow source, and I'll either cut the deck and see where that person stands, or we'll allow source to do what it just did. Okay. All right. Well, what we're looking at now when we're talking about that particular person, there is a mission. Okay, so they may have a mission, or you may have a mission in regards to this person. So you guys are unstoppable force when working together, serving a higher purpose and determination to live a life with that person, or that person with you, and being able to overcome any obstacles that stand in your way. All right. So in that relationship, that person, how they think about you or how you feel about them, you're on a certain type of mission. Now, in missions, I want to say this, I'm going to add my 2 cents. You already know that. I take that big. I got more than 2 cents. In any mission, there are going to be some details that you need to work out. There are going to be some conversations that you need to have. There's going to be someone who's going to be the leader. Oftentimes that may flip back and forth. One person will be the leader at one point, and then the next person will be the leader at one point. That's what will help you complete that mission, be able to overcome any obstacles that may sit in and stand in your way. All right, so I'm going to go to the manifest. No. I take that back. I'm going to go over to my other oracle deck. I love, because we were just speaking about that particular person. Now let's look at the people that are outside of the self, right? Even outside of this particular person, all right? Now this is true intentions. This is also an oracle deck. Okay. So this one is all about status. All right, so who is it that you know that is outside of the circle of this particular person, who may be a part of, let's say, have some influence over you? This one says status. So social standings is very important to me. I am only interested when you're elevating my image. Who's the person? Now, oftentimes, too, it can be you. Let's just keep it 100, because if we go back to having patience and transition, this is what we pulled out the deck as far as the self. Okay, so sometimes we can actually be this particular person. But for all intent purposes, let's just stay here, since we came from the mission in regards to a relationship with someone else. who's the person on the outside that may have the ear, either on you or your significant other, that is only there because you will help service their highest good. Okay? So true intentions. So that person, that may be that person's true intention or yours. So owning your own bullshit in your totality, which helps you actually see quite clear. It helps you see yourself quite clear. Greetings, beloved. Yes. Most. Okay, most definitely. It's prominent. It's keen. She's female. Okay. All right. So, okay, I didn't even get it out yet. You know, okay, this is the manifestation deck. Okay, I'm going to leave that card right there. But this is the manifestation deck. What is it that we're manifesting? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Sometimes you just can't make this shit. You can't make this shit up. This flew out the deck. Okay, inner work. Okay, can we go back to the beginning? Who are you first? Can we go back to the beginning? Watch out. Goodness me. Okay. I'm going to put it down. We going to come back to this. Okay, so inner work. Don't be afraid of prioritizing yourself, your personal goals, spiritual development, your health and wellness are necessary to enjoy abundant life. Okay. Ooh, this is so good, y'all. I just love how Source just moves. Okay, when you open yourself, allow yourself to be a channel, and don't put anything on it. Don't put any restrictions or anything on it. Okay, you just allow it. And this is collective consciousness now. This is a collective. So all those that are on the line or in this particular session right now. Ooh, okay. Now I did it again. Okay, from the same deck. We're doing from the same deck. Okay. Just the guided understanding. Okay, this is just guided understanding. So basically guiding yourself, which makes sense. Hello. Inner work. So guided understanding, inner and overstanding is just the symbols of life. So you inner and overstanding who you are, whether you're representing a crown, whether you're representing a person that has the key to unlock certain things, regardless if you are dealing with ancestors, your destiny. So this is just inner and overstanding, a guideline here. Okay, I'm going to put that right next to inner working. All right, beloved. So go ahead. Inhale deep. We have one more. We definitely have one more deck. There's a bonus one, but I'm going to come back to this because all of this is already speaking volumes. Open and discuss. Inhale deep. Okay, so this is a yes or no. Okay, this is the yes or no deck. Okay, so you're asking questions to the self. You already know what it is that you would like to know, what you've been discussing with your higher self. So inhale deep, loves. Right from the core. Inhale, inhale. Hold it at the chest. And exhale, release slowly. Give yourself two more. Inhale deep. Hold at the chest. And exhale, release slowly. Your last one. Inhale deep. Hold at the chest. Exhale, release slowly. And you're asking that question. As the collective consciousness, now remember this is the collective. If all that has been spoken and drawn from the deck services your highest good, you apply it to your application. If something does not serve you, it's not bestowed on you to partake of it. It's up you for you to be aware of it, but that's it, nothing more. All right, beloved. So your question. Where's my bell? Where's my bell? Okay. Your question. You ready? Are you too close to see it? Yeah. Are you too close to see it? Oftentimes, I'm just going to expound on it. Oftentimes, we will ask questions. We'll be asking questions about this or that. And sometimes we actually need to put it down to see the answer. I like that. So you agree, you are too close to see it. Oftentimes you're too close to see it. And that's what that's speaking. Okay? Volumes. I'm going to come back to it, and I'm only going to do one more because I feel it. Okay? So I'm going to do a bonus one. Okay? So my other spiritual deck, I love this deck. I've been using this deck, and you can tell. Look how it's so old. It's my comedic deck, which I love. I absolutely love. Okay, of course, you see the hieroglyphs on me, so absolutely love it. What is... Yes. The depth of it is you, as you said. What is your answer? What is your answer? What is it that you're holding? So what... How can I put this where it's very just layman's term? When you are asking yourself a question over and over again, you have to put it down. Are you too close to it? You have to be able to put it down, take a moment, breathe, leave it alone so it can come back to you. It's kind of like sowing a seed. It's you being a farmer of your own crop, which is you. If you plant a seed of something, you have to nurture it. Allow it then to grow so we can bring back and harvest. Most of us be so close to it and we want to hold on to it that we strangle it, which would be your harvest, you overwatering it. Okay, not allowing it to breathe, get some sun, move through it in a certain way. So this is what I mean by it. Okay, beloved, you got it. Thank you. I appreciate you being open and receptive to receive. Okay, because usually that's what it is for everyone. Okay, all right. So just the overall energy, and when we're talking about in the spirit realm, how we're presenting ourselves, how we should be presenting ourselves. Okay, too many cards. So everybody coming in all at the same time. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's about to start to rain. I hear thunder. Okay. All right, I like this. 7 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's bring it all together. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. It's a form of abundance. Okay, so when you are in that state where you allow yourself, okay, to not to be too close, where you're able to enter and overstand thyself. Okay, so you know I'm too close to see the answer. I need to put it down. Okay, you'll move into a state where you'll have that 7 of Pentacles. Okay, that's abundance. So that's allowing it to flow. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go back because this was a relationship with self, right? In a relationship with thyself, you have to have patience, okay, with yourself, which is, again, look, I just thought about that. Look at this. I just thought about that. It's actually the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my God. Like, real talk. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Patience with self. The other part is the 6 of Swords, which is transition. You got to be willing to be transmutable, work through a process, go through. But this is how you stand first with thyself. If not, you'll have the overall energy of being very cunning. Okay, so that, in other words, this is a way for you to self-sabotage your own self. All right? That's you. And when you move from there, and now you're going to deal with other people, you're okay. When you're going to deal with other people, thinking of having a relationship with somebody else, if you haven't devised discipline to have a relationship with yourself, You won't be able to move on into that space, okay, where you can accomplish that mission with that other person. So now we're talking about relationships outside of the self. First with the self, but when you're able to, you can accomplish and reach that mission. However, as you move through, watch how the cards flow. However, once you move through, you and that person, because you've gotten yourself, now you're with someone else, you can't allow someone from the outside to have your ear, okay? Whoever this particular person is, even if it's yourself, okay, using someone else just to get, let's just say that clout, whatever that is, okay? This particular person has to be of a certain balance, or you have to put up those boundaries, okay? Definitely have to put up those boundaries. If not, and as, you have to work on the self, the inner work, okay? Your inner work is keen. It is keen in the relationships with yourself, with other people, and then the people around you. You have to continue putting in the inner work, okay? Then, as you're putting in the inner work, of course, you're going to have questions of the self, all right? So that's what we were speaking of. And if you're allowing that to overshadow other parts of you, you're going to be too close to it. You're going to be so close to it that you won't put it down. It'll feel, I know this particular part, it'll feel kind of like you're strangling yourself, because you're trying to figure out, how do I go about this? How do I deal with this person? How do I even deal with myself? All of this comes back to the relationship with self, so you can, in exchange, deal with other people. I like to tell the people that I work with, my beloveds, is it's all about you being able to manage yourself and then manage other people around you. With you allowing yourself to be free, so discipline, allowing yourself to relax, trust and believe in thyself that you will receive that answer, you'll be able to resonate in that Seven of Pentacles. So it brings you back to your beginning of yourself. Where is it at? And it's all about having that patience. Literally brings you back again to the self. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is that abundant way of thinking, acting, moving, even in the midst of being around someone who may just want to use you. Okay, they may just want to use you. Have you do all the work and they jump on your coattail. Or you could be being that for or to yourself. All right? Again, I started this reading about the relationship with first thyself, other people, and things around you. If you were on our last live last Sunday, we were talking about that healing aspect, and oh boy, where we were as a collective conscious, the healing aspect. We are still in that realm of healing, and it's just all about how you see yourself, your perception of self, and how you deal with yourself. I'm trusting and believing. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I am so pleased that you got that inner and understanding. Again, I always tell people, these are tools, okay? These are just tools. The more you allow yourself to work with them first for yourself, then you can allow yourself to do it on behalf of other people. But it is based on you being open and receptive to see yourself. Take a look in the mirror and be like, okay, that's my own bullshit. That's not somebody else's. That's my own bullshit. Owning it, working on it, doing that inner work, okay? Doing that inner work where you enter and understand what you need to do. And if you're in that place where you're asking that same question over and over again, it's telling you a little bit too close to it, baby. You need to just let it go. Release it and trust and know that you're going to fall back into that Seven of Pentacles, and you're going to be able to be abundant in each and every way. So, yes, thank you very much. I'm going to ring my bell. Okay. Close up the energy. Nice and easy. I so appreciate you. Tools that help service your highest good. That's how you have to look at crystals. Okay, you have to look at crystals, your sage, your tarot cards, the whole nine. You have to look at these things as spiritual tools. No different than you going out into nature. That is a spiritual tool. Your breath is a spiritual tool. All right? I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you again. Most definitely put... Oh. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. You have to own your own bullshit. And let me tell you this. When you own your own bullshit, nobody else can fuck with you. Excuse my mouth. Because you're owning it. You're the one owning it. So that means you're going to be a good, what we call a good farmer of your own harvest. Okay? I appreciate you again. Appreciate you so much. Take that deep breath in again. Inhale deep. From the core, from the core. Hold at the chest. Exhale, release slowly. One more time. Inhale deep. From the core. Hold in the chest. Exhale, release slowly. This last time, I want you to go ahead, grab that mudra for the root chakra. If you want to, go up to the solar plex or the sacred chakra, whichever one serves your highest good. If it's your heart chakra, go ahead and put it over your heart chakra. Your crown chakra, make it move through. Whichever mudra services your highest good. And I want you to inhale deep here. Inhale deep. Hold at the chest. And exhale, release slowly. Te amo mucho. Besitos. Besitos, besitos. Besito grande. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Do get your journals, okay? I forgot to tell at the last session that we had the audience to make sure you're journaling, as every time we get together, you're going to find out something new about thyself. No different than you and your dream book, okay? Your dream journal. Which, of course, we'll speak more about that coming up soon, and the ancestral money, okay? But I do want you to start journaling. Write down what you do remember, whether it's from this particular session that you see and hear from me or someone else. Definitely start to journal. That's going to help service your highest good and help you focus more and more about what it is that you need to do, how you need to see your way through, okay? Te amo. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. I owe divine gratitude. I appreciate you. Ciao for now. Yes.